File.pid. PID files are files of CS, therefore they contain all the necessary keys for the encryption to the recipient. After importing PID, it will appear in the public area of the identification submenu. If necessary, you can change the image on a public ID. For more details, see clause Properties of ID. File.cer. Files CER are files of certificates that contain the public key, and they are used to encrypt email and files by CryptoArm, Outlook, the BAT, and so on. When the user imports a file CER, the user is offered the choice to place the certificate in an existing public ID or to create a new PID, which would be based on this certificate. If the certificate is placed in an existing ID, then the certificate that is being used for encryption is replaced by the imported one. What certificate is used for the encryption you can see in the properties of the ID. File.asc. Files ASC are commonly used by programs on the basis of the PGP standard for transmission of a public key. Importing these files is similar to importing of CER files. File.pfx. If the user already has a PFX and it is necessary for him to work with already encrypted files or email, the user can import these files. When you import files, the password should be specified for PFX, and such file is then placed in an existing private ID marked as default. To use this PFX for encryption, the signatures and other operations, one should set this PFX as a default in the ID. See Properties of ID. Before the user can import a PFX, a personal ID should be created. Double-click on the ID to zoom in. File.id. File ID is also a CS file and contains all the elements of keys, both private and public. In order to import them, you need to know the password to the ID. The imported ID is placed in the Personal ID folder.